Hi, this is Justin from Whiting Services Heating and Air Conditioning. Today we have a Utica high efficiency hot water boiler, and we were called out here on Saturday by the homeowner for the inducer motor. I guess she had someone else in here and they gave her a quote on the inducer motor. It was bad. So for whatever reason she gave us a call and we gave her a quote. She said come out and do it. So we grabbed the inducer motor, came out, and when we got out here we noticed well, the first thing I noticed was this gasket laying here on the bottom, and I know that belongs up here between the fan and the block, you know, this piece back here, and it wasn't there. So I was right away a red flag. I'm like, what's going on here? Why isn't this gasket in here? So I come over to remove this fan, and I find one of these heads is snapped off inside this piece back here, which is actually called the fluid adapter. Just a little piece that goes between the block and the fan. And the other bolts are actually super tight, not really budging. I was trying to move it on trying to move it on Saturday, and I couldn't get them to budge. And it actually looks like whoever was in here last, yeah, it won't really go. Whoever was in here last actually put this on without the rubber gasket, and it looks like they put like an impact gun on here to screw these bolts back in. And they probably thought, hey, this is a metal connection, better get it tight. And they used an impact, it looks like, which is no good. This one back here is I got this one loose, but these two over here, they're not really moving. But it doesn't really matter, because the fact that this head is broke off inside the fluid adapter needs to be replaced. So we ordered that Monday morning, and today's Tuesday morning, and came in this morning. So what we're gonna do is remove the fan, remove the fluid adapter, and the igniter. We'll put the igniter off to the side carefully, and then we'll put the new fluid adapter on right here, and new gasket, and then we'll put our new fan on. And at that point, unit should start up as long as there's no other issues. We weren't able to do a diagnostic on the unit. We just came over with the fan based on what the homeowner was asking us for. So but I mean, we can't even get to the point where the fan runs, so we don't know if it's got any other issues. We do know it's got a pretty bad leak right here. She said that's been going on for a while, and definitely looks like it. So that's going to need to get replaced at some point down the line. That's basically it. I don't know why they would have had this off at any time, except maybe to do a seasonal service. You know, that's the only thing I could think of, is they may have done a seasonal service on this boiler, clean it out, and took this stuff off. And when they put it back on, I guess forgot to put this back on. And when you tighten these down, when you tighten these bolts back here with the Allen key, you just get them snug. You know, snug them down on that gasket by hand. Definitely don't want to take any impact gun or any kind of power tool to it, because they're just not made for that. And they're like, you know, they're cheap. These little bolts are, you know, it's nothing. Snap right off. So yeah, that's basically what's going on. Actually, when I was here, I was checking the nuts on this flange back here, and these were loose. That one's loose. I think this one back here was a little loose. I might tighten it up with my hand, but yeah, there's one down here that's loose. So they're coming out anyway today, but definitely want to tighten those down after you get it back in. So we're going to go ahead and start by making sure our power's off, which it is. We left it off on Saturday. And I'd like to shut off the gas too. Okay. Bubble wrap. Anyway, okay, so take our hot surface igniter out, and we're going to put it over there on that bubble wrap. These hot surface igniters, they're real sensitive. They will break. I guess they're just ceramic, so if they hit anything, they'll just shatter, and then you're going to get another one unless you got something in the truck. Okay. Alright. Carefully pull that out of there. So there it is. You can see that's just ceramic. And you hit something with that and it'll just break it right in half. As they get older, they start getting those like white spot in the center, and that's typically where they crack when they go bad. So we're going to put this over here safely way out of the way. Alright. Now, kind of would like to do this with a socket, so I'm gonna go get one from the truck to get these other guys, and then we're gonna pull this fan out while it's still on the fluid adapter piece there, because we're, it's pretty much stuck on there anyway, and we're throwing it in the trash. So now and take out these little T25 security Torx head, or regular Torx head screws. One there, and there's one in the back, right back there. We've replaced a bunch of these inducer motors for the Utica. They tend to go on the Utica boilers. We have another video up replacing it. Alright, I'm gonna go get some ratchet and socket, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and got my ratchet. That was on there very tight. Looks like somebody put an aquastat in here. I don't know what they're doing with that. I don't remember seeing that in the last Utica I worked on, but maybe it was. I don't remember. That could just be replacing a sensor that was bad up there. Okay. Alright, one more. Looks like the socket not really going to be able to do it, but I brought this just in case. Can that get on there? Yes. Now, it should just come right out. There we go. Okay. Out with the old and with the new. I'm going to leave this plate, but this plate can come off for cleaning. Pull that off, you get in there and clean it all out. Doesn't look that dirty. So what we got is this guy. Just like that. Uh-oh. Dropped it. Where'd that go? Let's see. Put these other ones on and I'll have to go fishing. Find out where that went. Flew right out of my hand. Might have gone all the way to the back. There it is. Definitely want to start all these by hand. Don't just stick it in your socket and throw it on there. You end up cross-threading it. Just snug. Don't want to over tighten this stuff. It's got a rubber gasket. That gasket will do its job. Just get them snug. And then you want to go back around and check the other ones. Just make sure nothing came loose, because they will do that. Okay. Now, let's get this hot surface igniter back in. Carefully, don't let it hit those edges or anything else. Get nice and slow, like that. But you can see I'm doing it real soft. I'm not letting it, do that. That's when you'll snap a head off on these things. Finish it off with a flathead. Good. Reconnect. Hot surface igniter in. I'm going to pull this gasket off here. Put a new one on. Like that. Wipe that off a little bit. Okay. Looks good. Okay. So, what we're going to do is toss this bad boy on here, just like that. Perfect. And then, let's see, new screws, 1, 2, 3, 4. And, I mean, you can put it on here like this, but these screws like to pop out, so maybe I'll put like the top 2 on there. Sometimes I just put 1. And like that. Sometimes I use a little dope just to stick the gasket to the surface just a little bit so it doesn't pop off, but I don't think I need it. Matter of fact, I'm going to do it with 1. I'll be good. Basically, you just want to get that first bolt in. And once you got that in, you're smooth sailing after that. That's that first one that's a little tricky. Jiggle it while you turn it. And usually it'll go. Just trying to kind of get it started. Jiggle it, turn it, jiggle it, turn it. There you go. And that one's kind of in. So we don't tighten it down or nothing. What we do is we're going to adjust this gasket a little bit so that the hole lines up. I'm going to try to get that other side in now. Jiggle it, turn it. There we go. You just let it hang there. It's going to put the weight on the bolt sometimes, and it won't want to turn. You just jiggle it around, take the weight off of it a little, bottom left. Jiggle it around. The top two are always easy. The bottom left is, let's play with it a little. The bottom right is the tough one that I always save for last. But if you have patience with it, you know, it'll go. Just keep trying. Jiggle it around. I don't think it's quite there yet. There it is. There we go. Okay. So we got 3 of them that are in loosely. Now it's time for that back guy. He's the difficult one. Usually. I'll give it a shot. Jiggle it, turn it. There you go. It's in. I used to put this on first, but I found this flange goes a little bit easier without this on, but then you got to line these guys up. So you know, either way, one of them's going to be tough. So now tighten them down, and just want to use an Allen key for this. Don't want to use a tool if you can at all avoid it, because like a power tool, because you might just break that head off and be in the same situation we were in when we first got here. Okay. So can I get it like this? So I started up here, now I'm going to go down here to the opposite on the bottom. You know, when you're tightening down flanges for stuff, they call it the star pattern. You start up here, then you go down there, and up here, then down there, and you're kind of just doing a star. And they say that tightens it down pretty even. You do your star and then you work all the way around. Just make sure they're all tight. Just want to make sure this one, yep. Okay, nice and snug. Okay. Now, I want to make sure that gasket's still where I put it. It's not. So, I'll slide it up right there. Looks good. Okay. And in the back sometimes can be tricky. You can't see what you're doing back there, you're just doing it by feel. Sometimes you just gotta jiggle it. I think that's good, yep. Now I can get it with my tool. This one in the back is a lot of dangerous stripping this bad boy if you go and put your tool in there. Before doing it with your hands first, you can definitely cross thread this one. Okay, I think we're golden. Plug our wire back in. Take a last look. Everything's looking good. Always check these hose clamps. Make sure they're tight. Make sure none of these hoses came off while you were working. Oh, that looks good. Yep. Okay. Pressure, not too bad. I think we're ready. Let's see if any of these zones are calling. We'll turn our gas back on. Alright, so I turned on the thermostat. Looks like our fan's running. Good news. Igniter. Can't tell if the igniter's getting hot or not. I don't see it in there. Oh, there it is. I don't know if you can see, but there. Yep, and we're up and running. See the flame in there. Okay. Looks like this one is a success, and we're gonna pack up and get out of here. I'll go out the truck, get my combustion analyzer, and do a carbon monoxide leak check and combustion analysis. And we do that with all of them for the customer safety and for our liability, just to make sure it's operating safely. That's it, and give us a call for any residential or commercial heating and air conditioning needs. Thank you.